Right then, so welcome to Jam and Gemma's first battle report on YouTube. You looking forward to it, aren't you, Gemma? I can tell.
Yes, of course I am.
Yes, there we are. Yeah, no, she even spoke. Right, okay, so tonight, or today, depending on when you're watching, we are going to be playing some Age of Magic Saga. Okay, so Gemma and Jam are going to be playing one side, and they're very new to the game, so we're going to go easy, but we're going to get the game going. And I will be playing the Great Kingdoms. And can you remember what you're playing? It's written on the card in front of you. The Horde.
The Horde.
The Horde.
Yes, yes.
Well done.
Totally
The Horde.
remembered.
Yes. Okay. So obviously the advantage of Saga Magic is that you can use any fantasy armies that you have, and pretty much follows the normal Saga rules, with the addition of magic and, more importantly, big Gribblies. Okay, so Gemma and Jam are going to be running the Horde, otherwise known as the Horde of Beastmen, from a certain large Nottingham retailer. And I'll be running my Great Kingdom, otherwise known as Bretonnia. Okay, so this is going to be 6 points, which is actually really the minimum for Age of Magic, because of the sorcerers and titans and stuff. So we'll see how we get on, and we are going to show you the forces and get playing. We all good?
Yep.
Happy days.
Happy days, right, okay, so watch this space, and if you like it, subscribe. So we're going to take a look at the forces for the feasting and pillaging scenario, where we have 3 objectives in the centre of the board. The idea is that you need to get these off whilst also scoring slaughter points as well. So we have the forces of the Horde, and let's have a quick look at those. We've got a unit of 8 warriors, a sorcerer, 2 bipedals, we have a titan monster, we have a warlord in a chariot, so basically that counts as a warlord on a beast. Then we have 12 levy armed with bows, and the other side of the bridge we have 4 Hearthguard, i.e. mounted warriors, elite troops, and they're going to be coming over the bridge try and steal these magical toads, which are what we're going to be using today. So they are, the Beastmen need them for some potions, and the force of the Great Kingdom, in this case Aquitaine or Bretonnia or whatever else you want it to be. So we have a unit of 6 levy with bows just outside the windmill. They are reduced due to the addition of the war machine, the static war machine over in the far corner there. We then have a unit of 8 warriors mounted on horseback, another unit of 12 levy archers, the Lord on his beast. We then have a unit which is 2 points of Hearthguard, mounted Hearthguard. There's only 6 models there because 2 of them have been taken away for the captain or lieutenant just over there on the winged Pegasus. Okay, and that is our board for the game today. Okay, so activation board for the Horde. They're so far away they're going to rely on manoeuvres to advance forward, so they've just put some abilities on the board and manoeuvred forward. Okay, so here we have the Beastmen have advanced up the table and ending Beastmen turn 1. And Great Kingdoms turn 1 battle board, so we've got 3 activations in effectively levy or minions, 1 in the Hearthguard option, and then we've got 2 or 3 on the board. We've got Enfilade, Warcry and Closing Fire. So turn 2 battle board, we've got 2 activations in the champions, 2 in the fighters, 1 in the minions, and then we've got the 3 existing on the board, which is Endurance, Let the Blood Run and Rage. So let's just have a quick look at the start of turn 2, where we're at. So Bretonnian, or the Great Kingdom, keep forgetting, manoeuvred down off the hill, cavalry advanced up, archers have moved up and whittled 4 of the Ungor minions away. Other than that, a little bit of activity, catapult actually did kill one of those, and then we've got the centaurs coming over the bridge, but the champion is nearby. Okay, so turn 2 beasties. So the Horde have used Let the Blood Run and advanced the Minotaurs, and the Beastmen, which are warriors, had advanced up first. Then they've used Let the Blood Run and have charged into the human warriors on horseback. So the Great Kingdom Cavalry have used the fatigue generated to increase their defense. So 8 dice for Jam and his Beastmen, and you're looking for 5s. So we've got 4, so it's 4 saves on 5 up. Unfortunately, the humans failed all 4, so they lose 4. However, they are fighting back on 4s. And I'll re-roll that one. Let's pick the other one up in a minute. So that's 2, 4, 5 saves, and again 5 up. That's too many. 5 saves.
In fairness, they all failed.
Okay, well we'll go with that then. So, so the humans actually, even though they lost 4, they win the combat. Okay, so the second half of the attack on the, what was it called, Let the Blood Run, is the Minotaurs or bipeds charging into the hapless cavalry. So both use fatigue. They put their defense up by 1 and the humans dropped it by 1, so both hitting on 4s. 4 dice for the humans, 10 for the Minotaurs. Oh my word. So the humans, obviously too scared of the Minotaurs, have literally fluffed it. And ouch, is that 7? What's that, 7? Yeah, 7 saves to make. This isn't good, seeing as I couldn't even hit a barn door, so let's see what happens. So 5s. No, they're all dead. Okay, so they get wiped out. So the Saga model, or Behemoth, has charged the archers. They have triggered closing fire, and the Behemoth has decided not to use the fatigue to cancel it, as he thinks he can weather the storm of arrows. So let's see, hitting on 4s and 3 successes. So that is 3 saves on 4 up for the Saga. Okay, 3 saves, 4 up. Okay, so he failed 2. So because he's a resilience 2, you can basically take those 2 wounds and turn it into a fatigue. So you just take 1 extra fatigue. But you now are in combat with Levy. Okay. Right, so did you want to use my fatigue?
Yes.
So drop me down to 2s, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take one of yours and drop you down to 3s. Do you want to use my other fatigue?
Yeah, we'll use that to boost our defense.
Yeah, okay, back up to 4. I'll use your last fatigue to drop you back down to 3 as well. Okay, so you're hitting me on 3s, I'm hitting you on 4s still. Yeah, because it's literally 2 fatigue each. So up and down.
It's 14 dice.
Yeah, 14 dice, only 14 dice. And you're hitting me on 3s. Okay, so was that 11? 10. Okay, 10 saves to come. So you take 1 wound, which you can bounce onto fatigue. Oh no, 2 wounds. So yeah, it's 1 fatigue because you're resilience 2. And then we both take the fatigue for combat. So the Levy only lost 3 to Saigo's effectively 1 wound, and as such the Levy still lost, and as such will retreat. So the Beastman Warlord has charged into the Levy, using their fatigue against them, so it's 10 dice on 2s, far away. All a couple of 1s, 3 1s. 7 saves to make. Now they did amazingly against the Saga. Can they do the same against the Chariot? Hey, not bad. Only lost 3. These are some hard levy. 1, 2, and 3. So that's 3 more dead. Okay. However, they get third back. So 1, 2, 3 attacks back against him, and your defense 5. And failed miserably, no actual successes. So okay. So recap of Beastman turn 2. The warriors are slightly depleted by the shack. Minotaurs have got one of the objectives and fatigued. Saigor's got a couple of fatigue. Warlord came smashing in and damaged the levy, pushing them back and also picking up the second objective. And the centaurs have double run across the bridge, picked up the objective, and trying to get out of dodge, and they picked up some fatigue as well for doing it. Okay, so Great Kingdom turn 2. Quite a lot of casualties so far, and limited dice. So we've got Warcry, we've got Enfilade, we've got Banish Evil, we've got Activation on the War Machine, and 2 on the Hearthguard units. So let's see what I can do. Okay, so the archers and the trebuchet have managed to take down 3 of the centaur hearth, and now the Bretonnian lord has charged into the Saigor. He's burnt the fatigue to drop the Saigor down to hitting on 2s and push his armour up to 6. The Saigor has popped rage, and the general popped Warcry to get into combat, and also has used Banish Evil as well. So let's see how all this plays out. So let's do the Saigor first. So 6s. There's a couple there. So 2. So 2 saves. 1 save. So he bounces it onto fatigue. Now the all important. Having used all of the fatigue, can the general take down the Saigor? Hitting on 2s with 14 dice, I think it was. Well, whatever's in my hand anyway. 1 miss. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11 saves on 5 up. Remember, the Saigor is resilience 2, so for every 2 fails you can bounce them onto fatigue, and you can take 4 fatigue. Oh, that's not enough to kill him. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fatigue. So the Saigor is on 4 fatigue and 1 away from being dead. So with the added fatigue at the end of combat, that's going to leave the Saigor on 4 and the Warlord on 2. Okay, so the Bretonnian Paladin has come flying in to try and finish off the Saigor on behalf of his leader. Unfortunately, having already activated, he's had to take 2 fatigue to get in there, so could be both of them going down here. The Saigor is exhausted, so he's -1 to hit, but he does still have his 10 dice. So Paladin is defense 5, so you need 6s. So you've got 10 dice. Oh, 2. So I need at least 1 save on a 5 up, otherwise the Paladin goes down. Oh, got it. So Paladin shuffles a 1 onto fatigue, so he's now exhausted. And the 5 attacks from the Paladin to see if he can kill the Saigor, hitting on 4s. And that's 3 successes. 3 saves on 5 up. You fail 1 and the Saigor goes down. He does. He failed all 3. He's had enough. He's dead. So, end of turn 2, state of play. We've got the Knights, Trebuchet in the backfield. The Levy is still there, just in front of the Sorcerer. We've got only 1 of the Centaur Hearthguard remaining. Some Gauls, Levy Bowmen. We've got a bit fruity in the middle, there's fatigue all over the place, but the Saigor has gone. but now the flying Bretonnians are potentially at risk of getting damaged. And then in the far side there we've still got some levy, and we've got the Minotaur, Shaman and a couple of Beastmen warriors left. So on to Beastmen turn 3. So Horde turn 3, we've got one each on the activations for the key people and one in rage. So the Beastman Sorcerer has turned himself into a Warlord equivalent on Beast, so represented by the Minotaur Warlord. The half-guard Centaur has run off with the loot. Right, what else are you going to do?
They're about to shoot.
Okay, so use your dice. So you've got one for every 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4 dice. So 2 hits and saving on 4 ups. I need both of them. Save them. No damage. So Barry and Paul, as they're affectionately known, have gone to try and charge the Bretonnian Warlord. However, he used their fatigue against them to mean they couldn't get the distance required, and as such they stay where they are. Okay, so the Beastman Warlord went in, did manage to put the Bretonnian Warlord onto 3 fatigue. Unfortunately though, not enough to kill him, and as such the Beastman broke off and dragging 2 fatigue with him, so not as successful as you would hope, because both flyers are still there. Bretonnian turn 3. So Great Kingdoms turn 3. Got 2 activations in champions, one in minions, one in Enfilade, and one in the Shield of Bravery. So let's see what we can do. And first thing we're going to do is use Enfilade to activate 2 archer units to fire. Okay, so the Knights double attacked the Beastman Warlord, pushed him back first time, gained some fatigue, and then followed up with a second attack. Was very costly. First round they didn't lose anybody. Second round, whilst they took the Warlord down, they lost 4 Hearthguard. So end of the Great Kingdom's turn, and yeah, whilst we lost quite a few knights there, and we're still sort of fairly weak in the middle. There's still quite a lot of fatigue on the flyers there. However, the loss of the Warlord, it's only really the Chuckle Brothers in the middle there who are the big threat. So let's see what happens. Turn 4, we've got 2 in champions, 1 in fighters, and 1 in me first. Okay, so which one died? Which one of the Chuckle Brothers actually did die?
Don't know, Google it.
Right, well anyway, one of the Chuckle Minotaurs has died. They've gone in against the War Griffin, left him literally 1 fatigue away from dying, but because he is imposing, he can take an extra fatigue, which makes him exhausted. So there we have it. Okay, so end of Beastman turn, and the very brave Centaur still running off into the distance with an objective. Paul is still alive, we've established, according to Google. And the Wizard turned into a Warlord on Beast, represented again by the Chaos Minotaur, and charged in against the Warlord of the Great Kingdoms and finally hacked him down, not before taking 2 fatigue back though. So this is now Great Kingdom turn 4. So turn 4 we have activation in minions, or whatever they are, yeah, minions, 1 in the magic dice, banish evil, Enfilade and Warcry. So first thing we're going to do is do Enfilade and get some archer units firing. End of the Great Kingdom's turn 4, going into the Horde's turn 5. They've only got the 1 order dice, so they've put that into fighters. And battlefield is as such. The Paladin managed to finish off the runaway Centaur and now has the other objective. The Archers and the Trebuchet managed to whittle away the minion archers, which again got them down below the dice threshold. So, what are you going to do? So, the Minotaur decided to flee the combat and run off with his frogs. The Sorcerer decided to turn into a Minotaur just to try and give a bit more survivability and try and live out the game. And that is the end of the game for the Horde. So the Great Kingdom just have one turn left to see if they can score some more points. See if they can. Okay, so the archers here managed to finish off the Beastman unit. Archers here managed to kill a couple of the minion archers for the Horde, and then the Paladin went in and absolutely massacred them. The remaining 3 or 4? 3. So that ends the game, and the Frog Prize is 2-1 in favour of the Great Empire. However, none of them are off the board, so we'll work the points out now for you.